Greetings guys, Cowman here, and welcome to episode number 89 of Minecraft Alpha to 1.17. So, in this video, I'm going to warn you now, this may be a little bit of a painful video to watch. So yeah, let's just see how we get on. I'm not going to reveal what we're doing yet verbally. Well, you've probably seen the title, so you know I'm going to be doing anyway, but yeah, I'll reveal what I'm going to do in a second. But first, we've got someone to add to the shout-out gun. And today we are adding in real ride and LOL, which obviously I know what that stands for. Not riddle though, sorry. Sorry if you watched it and who have commented it. So L0W. Good. And that's actually for a suggestion for the pier that they left called Harder Than Wood, which while I didn't like it quite as much as Pogger's Pier, I still thought it was quite a nice suggestion, and I still think that you deserve some appreciation in my videos for suggesting that name. So thank you for suggesting that name, and here is your shout out. So in this video I'm going to reveal what we're doing now. We are going to be doing the Inversion challenge, which is a challenge that I've come up with all myself actually, where the challenge is to walk backwards for the whole time. But as well as that, what we also need to do is we're going to be playing in a special texture pack in which I've inverted lots of the textures in the game. So yeah, the world's going to look a little bit weird as well. So, as soon as I switch down this lever, we can begin. So, let's go. And here we are. So yeah, the world looks a bit weird. So, from this point forwards until we turn off that machine, I have to now walk backwards. And you may think that's already difficult, but the fact is, like, there's no actually, like, backwards third person. So yeah, it might be a bit more difficult. So, for the whole challenge, I'm not allowed, to press the W key whatsoever. So yeah, this may be a bit difficult, and yeah, so it might take a bit of getting used to. In all honesty, I would actually recommend you even try this, just because it's much harder without third person. So, what I'm planning to do actually in this video, is I'm actually going to be trying to get another dog actually. So, I'm going to say for this bit only we can use W, just because in all honesty it's a little bit impossible doing it backwards. Well, is it possible? Oh yeah, I think just a spin around in a circle, so yeah, as much as this breaks the rules, I'm going to have to make an exception here. So yeah, so first of all we're going to need to go over here actually, because obviously that's where the dogs are. I think there are some cows there actually, because I've also inverted all the mob textures. The only thing I couldn't invert, which if I could invert I would have done, but I couldn't, but that's actually the grass texture. And the reason I haven't done that is I tried quite a while before this video to try and also invert that, but unfortunately it didn't work. So yeah, we're gonna have to live with that. But oh snap! I've realised I just got my bones though. Oops! I was getting some dogs and I've got some bones. How idiotic of me. Okay, so let's quickly go back actually. But I think we might go to stop actually near that land that's a bit close to the entrance of my house, aka in the east wing. That's the west wing we came out of, by the way. So obviously it's going to be around this way where the entrance is. First we need to go around the Nether Portal Island, which is basically that one with the big Nether Portal temple in. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? By the way, what I have done actually here is rather than making a new texture pack from scratch, I've actually reused the one and that we used like on a few of my really early videos actually. Like I think it was like episode 34 to 37, I think it was actually. Yes, basically I reused that texture pack, but I actually obviously, had to, changed it just to make it suitable for the challenge. Right, so yeah, let's try and get back to the house safely. Yeah, and while this might be quite easy right now, it might be a bit more difficult when the mobs come out, actually. Right, so it's obviously going to be up here. I think it's going to be in the west wing, where I'm going to have all my stuff, actually. I don't think there's anything in those chests. So yeah, obviously we're going to need to cross across here. Yeah, it's a bit difficult actually, just because sometimes, if you're walking through areas that you don't walk through too often, then you might forget, like, you know, what everything looks like. Albeit, though, sometimes, like, if you've been in the place for, like, a freaking ton of time, then usually it'll be quite easy, but, yeah. So, I haven't been too much on in the East Wing. So, is there some bones in here? Yeah, it's a bit difficult to tell, obviously, in this texture pack, but obviously I think they're going to be black, actually, here. So, I think there might possibly be some over here. Otherwise, there's probably going to be some in that chest, if there are any. I think it should be this one, but nope, none in there. So let's keep going across then. Try not to bang into too much stuff. Ah, 6 bones. Although we might need some more later in this video. What we can do, though, is we can actually stop at the mob trap, actually, just to collect some, because there's pretty much always some bones there, even during the day. Yeah, and we can get to see how odd the world looks, actually, now. Yeah, it doesn't look weird, doesn't it? So, where's the nearest boat from here? Ooh, I think I might have accidentally used the last one up. Luckily, I can make another one, though. So, let's quickly get this crafting table here without falling into the water. Right, and so let's make a couple of boats then. Just make 2, just so I've got a spare in case one breaks. Because they do have a bit of a tendency of, you know, breaking. Right, so let's quickly get off the land. You know they're really slow on land. Right, so let's quickly go and check over here. Just because if there's going to be any bones around, obviously they're going to be, you know, right where the skeletons spawn and die. So, any there? That's a bit weird. No mob stuff there. Usually is, though. Yeah, I bet you anything, though. There probably was some stuff earlier that I didn't collect that just despawned. Yeah, the main problem here is, though, that there's no hoppers in the game. Like, that didn't exist until release 1.5. So, yeah, as you can see by the version number in the top left, got quite a ways to go, though. Right, so now let's actually do what I said we were going to do, and let's get at least 1 dog. So I think they're a bit more over this direction, actually. Oh, don't want to crash my boat, though, obviously. So yeah, let's check over here. By the way, actually, well, one might do for a quick diversion. I might actually quickly look down here, because I don't think I've actually really ever explored too far down here. Maybe a bit in this direction, actually. Because hey, we'll get like explore some new terrain, which can be a bit of fun. Yeah, and even get to admire my very odd world. In all honesty, the grass actually really does look weird, because in all honesty, it should be pink rather than green. Just because obviously, you know, that's what happens when you put green into a colour inverter. Right, so I think this is actually where I found my last dogs from. So yeah, provided that they aren't being too stubborn, and then yeah, hopefully we won't have too much difficulty finding them. Right, so I think there's some coal over there. Yeah, usually though, like light ore, usually it is iron, but obviously, you know, I think iron is, I think it's probably like a sort of greenish colour, I imagine. Right, so let's try and find some dogs then. And it's going to be very difficult, I can tell. Because, you know, can't really look behind us properly. Yeah, by the way, all this white stuff actually, that's actually wool, believe it or not. Oh yeah, that's a sheep. I think that's a white sheep though. Actually, it might be a grey sheep though. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, but I think it's a white one probably though. Right, so yeah, we're going to have quite a lot of looking behinds, I can already tell here. Yeah, thanks for not including it in a back third person. Actually though, in some slightly earlier beta versions, and actually there was exactly that. There was actually a backward as first person. You actually did that. And actually, we can use this actually. Didn't really think of using this too much. Actually, what you can actually do is basically, if you were holding F1, which obviously now it's just, you know, heightens my hotbar, but previously it would actually, you know, put you in front, put the camera in front of the person. or the player. So yeah, that can be quite useful. Pity though they removed it. I think it was in beta 1.3. Let me know if I'm wrong there in the comments. Right, so let's try and kill this pig actually. But yeah, that's actually quite difficult, I can tell. And also the mobs are starting to come out. So yeah, I think we're going to have to make the main goal here actually to survive. Like, I never saw this for goal in survival anyway, but still, particularly so here. I think there's a pig there. Yeah, I think probably mobs are probably going to be a similar sort of colour to that, maybe. I don't know, maybe like a little bit more limey green. Actually, well, now I think about it, I actually think they're going to be probably a bit more bluish though. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so I think we're going to have to go around this way actually. Yeah, because usually if you're like playing normally, then obviously you can just wait right in front of you, whereas can't do that so much here. Oh, look at that floating island. Actually, almost though. If I actually got rid of that bit though, it probably would be a floating island though. Right, so any mobs around? No, I think I'm lucky here. Albeit though, I've just realised why that was though, because it was peaceful. Oopsies. I think that was actually during the testing phase though, when I was testing this text back out just to make sure everything was right. Which obviously it wasn't, but I tried really hard to fix it, but I couldn't. Okay, so any mobs around? Luckily I can't see too many right now. I think that's a dandelion there on the ground. Just because in all honesty with the flowers actually, when I was making this text pack, I did sort of make them look kind of similar to how they look in vanilla. Just like a bit simplified, like also like I did with all the tools, like you can kind of see there. Like in all honesty, if you want to have a bit more of like an idea of like this world a bit normally, what I would actually recommend, and just inverting your colours on the screen, which is actually available on quite a lot of devices. Oh, what's that? I think that's a skeleton there. I thought that's a zombie holding a bow actually, which they can sometimes do in modern versions. Yeah, like sometimes I think there's like a random chance or something. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's where zombies can actually sometimes equip weapons. Same with skeletons actually, as well as armor. Okay, so how should we get up here actually? So let's do it like this actually. Oh yeah, but this might be a bit difficult. Oops. Oh, luckily I survived that one though. Just because obviously, if you've seen any of these videos in the past, actually, you'll probably know that basically how much damage you take actually is kind of dependent and on how deep the water is. So yeah, but yeah, I'm still not finding that much at all here. Also, I did pack a bed actually. Well, it's kind of for the best though, just because you know what happens when you try and sleep in beta. Well, that's my phone, by the way. Ignore that. Just quickly go and get rid of that. Oh, except I did just throw it on the floor there. Oops. Try and throw it onto my bed there. Okay, so... Ooh, yeah, this is actually... I'm a little bit stuck here, just because, in all honesty, I think in pretty much every direction I probably will get killed. But I'm just going to go this way anyway. Just 'cause I think this looks like the least dangerous direction. Do you have some torches though? No. I think I might have accidentally left them back at the house after my mining trip in the last video, if you saw that. So anything across here? I think this is just a bit hilly here. Oh look there, you can actually see a creeper that's pink. Yeah, that's a bit weird actually, isn't it? Because obviously, you know, if you put green into a colour conversion, you get a sort of pinkish purpley colour. Excuse me. Ooh, I can see a spider there. Obviously now with its blue eyes rather than red eyes. Okay, so let's keep going actually. By the way, actually, if I do accidentally press the W key at any point during this challenge before I turn that machine off, then I basically have to sit out for 5 seconds. Oh god, skeleton. Let's get away from this guy as soon as possible then. Just to try and see if I can maybe take no damage at all during this challenge. That might be a nice achievement actually. You know, like I say, like I completed this whole challenge without taking a single heart of damage. So, anything I can do here actually? I think let's just try and swim away actually a bit here. And maybe like let's try and swim like sort of like into the sea. Maybe like until like it's daytime, because obviously mobs can't really spawn so much during the sea. Because obviously, you know, there's no sharks or any hostile underwater mobs. Yeah, and also this was long before the update aquatic, so you don't get drowned underwater. See a zombie after me, and also I think that's a skeleton over there, like that sort of grey mob. Usually skeletons are light grey here, but actually here they're dark grey, obviously, because you know colours are inverted. And I think that's actually, oops, I think I just said press the W key, so that's 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oopsies. Let me know how many mistakes I make actually in the comments. I just made another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think that was 2 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think that's 3 so far in this challenge. Yeah, so by the way, I have to sit out under any circumstance, which actually would include, obviously, when I'm right next to a zombie. So let's keep going, maybe go a bit this way, because I think this was actually where I found my first dogs, actually. Well, no, in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to get a dog now, actually. And by the way, actually, if any of you do choose to do this challenge, you don't have to make it dogs, actually. This was basically because I kind of wanted to go on a quick adventure anyway in this video, before I start working on a new thing in the next video. So yeah, I kind of wanted to go on an adventure, but I came up with an idea for a twist, actually. And yeah, that was this challenge. But you can actually make it any challenge you want, actually. Like, maybe you can make it so you have to get, like, diamonds. Or maybe, like, you can even just, like, play with, like, your computer colours inverted. Because I know, like, you can do that on lots of computers. The only reason I'm doing it like this, actually, is basically because I wanted, like, you know, for all of you guys to see it, whether you were playing on inverted colours or not. Okay, so I think let's get away actually now. I think this challenge has overall been a pretty big failure. However, though, I do think there were some dogs around my house in the past. So, you know, there might be one waiting for me there. But still, like, this has actually been, like, a pretty fun challenge, actually. But actually, I'm going to take back what I said, though. Because what I think there might be now is maybe now there might be some dogs, actually, because it's daytime. So first, let's quickly try and get a boat. And yeah, let's quickly get away safely. Obviously, this is the only exception to the no W rule, actually. Because obviously, when you're in a boat, like, it just doesn't really work when you press S, actually. So, yeah. So maybe let's actually go a bit this way. Might be a good idea, actually, to be in a boat a little bit. Because, you know, basically it can avoid us getting embarrassed if by, you know, going really badly. Oh, look, that's actually what birch looks like here. And, you know, usually, like, you know how it's like, you know, white and with black spots. Well, here, like, it's black with white spots. Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it? Okay, so can I see any dogs here? Oh, I don't think so. I might actually make a turn here, actually. Yeah, maybe I'm going to see if there's a river over here, but otherwise I probably might have to get away. But I can't see anything, so, oh well. Yeah, well, this actually looks like a pretty cool island, though, so, maybe eventually I could build, like, a little village on top of here. Yeah, often going on adventures anyway in this game, it actually can be a bit of fun, because you can find places where you could actually potentially build in the future. Right, so, I don't think there's actually a direct route back, actually. But what I'm going to do anyway is I am going to quickly try and loop around here to see if there is actually a route. Albeit though, if we do start to see like basically, no birch or spruce trees, then that will imply actually that we're quite close to home. Because obviously, birch and spruce trees didn't exist until beta 1.2, and quite a lot of terrain actually was generated before then. But nah, I can't see anything. Well, let's see if this is actually an ocean here. Otherwise, I might have to just walk backwards across there. Ooh, yeah, well, I'm going in the right direction, I think. Because, I think my world is, my main part of the world is actually sort of close to the centre of the world. Right, so let's keep going this way. I think this is actually the direction of my house, actually. Although I'm still seeing quite a lot of birch trees, so that definitely implies that we're not too close. Or at least yet. But hang on, is this a bay I'm coming up to? Oh yeah, I think it might be though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to walk across here. But hey, I think this is a gravel beach here. And so, that's actually something that you obviously don't get in modern versions of the game. And, like these sort of gravel beaches. Yeah, I actually remember seeing one recently, actually, when I did, like, the 404 challenge. Might leave a link to that in the description down below if you do want to see that. But yeah, it's basically me trying, like, like that classic 404 challenge. Where basically the objective is to basically survive in a dangerous cave for as long as possible. And you're also not allowed to use torches or go to the surface. Okay, so I think we're just going to have to swim back, actually. So, let's turn coordinates on for a while, then. Am I going in the right direction, though? I think so. So, I think, actually, I might make another boat here, actually. Right, so... Boom. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. Looks obviously I don't want to drown. Oopsies! I just pressed the W key. So, that is 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Right, so let's make a boat then. Good. Yeah, and obviously this is the only exception to the W key rule. And aha, I vividly remember this terrain actually. So I think we're nearly home. Yep, I can't see too many any birch or spruce trees here, so I imagine this is the right place. But look at this actually. I think this is ice. Obviously I couldn't actually regenerate and retexture water, because obviously there's some weird thing where you can't retexture water until like, I think like release 1.5 when they finally fix that. So yeah, that's a bit annoying, so that's why, water's not textured here, but well, otherwise it would be orange all this though. So yeah, it actually kind of would look like lava, and then like you'd have like blue lava, which would look like water. So yeah, that would be weird. Right, so did I press the W key there? I don't think I did actually. Let me know in the comments below though, right now, if you do think I did that. Right, so let's start going back then. I can see lots and lots of just just oak trees here. So I think this might be in the right area. I think this is a snow biome here, obviously, though, because obviously it's black. I think I recognise the snow biome. I think this is actually the place where I came, like, on one of my last videos in Alpha. But then again, actually, I think this actually might be a place where we came for an adventure a while ago. Yeah, like, let's see if I can recognize any of this. Do you think this is the right place? I think... Aha! I think I've been here before, so it's this way. I think we went a bit too far earlier. Right, so we need to get back this way. Obviously, all of this is ice here. You know, orangey ice. Actually, kind of looks like, you know, like it's all like orange juice here, doesn't it? Yeah, don't you think, actually? Right, so all we need to do now, actually, and just to say I successfully completed this challenge, is to get back safely. So, yeah, let's go. And first of all, we're going to need to try and find a way to get up here. So I think it's probably going to be this way. So yeah, just need to find a place where we can go up actually safely. So I think probably the best way to do it will be this way. It's really annoying how how you can't walk backwards in this challenge. Right, so I think we're going in the right direction now. So, although I think we will need to go this way. Hang on, did I accidentally press the W key there? Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt there. No, yeah, I think I've got a feeling I might have accidentally done that. You know, that's weird actually, just basically doing it in playing games like this, in weird ways like this actually. Just because obviously, you know, when you're not allowed to do things that usually, you know, it's everyday common sense. Yeah, that actually does feel a bit weird. So I think I recognise quite a lot of this terrain. I think this was actually Alpha 1.1 terrain here. So yeah, I think I'm quite close now. Quickly go back into third person actually, and just so you know I can actually see. And there's quite a lot of cave systems down here actually, because obviously you know those markers. There's obviously you know mark out mobs actually. In case you didn't know that actually. I'm sure most of you did know that though. Right, so can I see my towers yet? Not yet actually. I'm getting a bit lost here. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do the center method. Where basically what you do is basically try and get as close as possible to the center of your world, and there you might sometimes see your base start appearing in the background. But I think I am really in the right place now, because obviously if you look at the trees carefully, then they're made out of slightly different types of leaves, and that obviously implies that basically they were actually created before an update. And basically I think just to give you some new saplings without having to go on too many adventures, basically they changed the types of leaves used. Right, so need to keep going this way, and ooh, I think I recognise this train. Ah, perfect. I think that's my east tower. So I'm very close to home now, and then I can finally turn off that machine and go back to normal. Before we do that, though, I think I'm going to have to quickly stop for a piece of bread, though. Yeah, with my kitchen. Right, so how close am I? Aha, it's just over this hill. Because obviously I think this while of this hill actually has been cut down. Right, there we go. So, what I need to do now, actually, is just, let's get back in here. Into the central wing, where obviously the kitchen is, and get some bread. And then I can just go and turn the machine off, and then we're done for this video. Right, so I think obviously it's over here. So there we go. Let's just have one piece. Gonna need to refill later though. I'm gonna tell. Right, so yeah, think the quickest way to get, by the way, from on bottom of each building is actually to go from the surface rather than, go up. Go up and over the sky bridge and then back down, because, that can take a bit of a while. Right, so let's have a last look at the world looking like this, and there we go. So finally I can just use the W key again and just move like normal. How good does it feel? After not being able to do any of that for a while, I can finally do it again. So that's just about does it for this video, guys. So I hope that you all enjoyed it. I know this is a bit of like a diversion from what I normally do in these videos, but I think some diversions can sometimes be a bit of fun. So do let me know if you enjoyed it, and even let me know if you didn't enjoy it, because I like the feedback anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you in episode number 90. Bye, guys.